I'm Ryan. I'm the head painter and artist at Kustoms.
Love to work on motorcycles.
Ever since I was
Welcome back to Hollywood Bulletin. Today we dive into the mysterious and powerful story of Ryan Evans, a quiet genius who let his artwork roar louder than any engine. For years, Ryan Evans painted with unmatched precision on counting cars, never craving the spotlight, but always stealing the show with every flame, skull, and burst of color that graced the vehicles. While others performed for the cameras with loud voices and wild antics, Ryan stayed grounded in the back of the shop, calm and laser-focused, delivering masterpieces that gave the show its soul. Donnie the Count Coker brought the rock star energy, but Ryan brought the art, the detail, and the magic that kept viewers glued to their screens. And then one day, he was just gone. No goodbye, no hint, no explanation, just silence. Fans who had watched him work for more than 10 years were left confused and unsettled. It was not just the absence of a man, it was the sudden loss of an artist whose presence anchored the show. His airbrush was his voice, and when that voice disappeared, people felt the difference. In a world of roaring engines and flashy edits, Ryan was the calm in the storm. His disappearance created a void that nothing else could fill. Speculation began immediately. Fans wondered if he was ill, if he had left after a dispute, or if he was just tired of the cameras and the pressure. His social media went quiet. He stopped appearing at public car shows, and those trademark finishes that used to carry his fingerprints were missing from the new builds. But through all the mystery, one thing became clear. Ryan had not left for fame or fortune elsewhere. He had left to protect the art that meant everything to him. Because what most people didn't see was how the show had changed. In the early years of Counting Cars, Ryan was given time. Each project was treated with respect. Every design was crafted with thought. And that's when his brilliance shined brightest. But as the show grew more popular, the schedule tightened. Builds that once took weeks were squeezed into a few days. Television demanded faster turnarounds, more episodes, and higher stakes. And for someone like Ryan, who cared deeply about the meaning behind every paint job, that was a sacrifice he could not make. He was not just a technician. He was a storyteller using flames, fades, and metallic finishes as his language. Rushing that process felt wrong, and rather than allow the pressure to chip away at his passion, Ryan chose to step away, not with noise, but with silence, the kind of quiet decision that only someone truly dedicated to their craft could make. He did not make announcements or grand farewells. He simply faded into the background the way he had always stayed humble in the spotlight. And as Counting Cars continued, fans immediately noticed the change. The show still had energy, still featured cool cars and familiar faces like Horny Mike and Kevin, but the heart had shifted. Gone were the quiet moments of Ryan blending paint, explaining subtle details, or adding final touches that made each build personal. In their place were quicker edits, louder scenes, and less time focused on the art. And fans responded. Message boards filled with questions. Where's Ryan? Why did he leave? And will he ever come back? The producers never addressed it directly, and Ryan never made a public statement, which only deepened the mystery. Yet those close to the Vegas car scene revealed that Ryan was still working, still painting, just not for television. He had returned to his roots, choosing personal projects over production deadlines, mentoring young artists in the craft he had mastered, and working in peace without the weight of constant filming. To him, that was success. Not the fame or the fans, but the freedom to create something that felt right in his soul. His time on Counting Cars may have ended, but his influence had not. His style had inspired a new generation of painters and builders who had learned just by watching them work. His legacy lived on not in credits or episodes, but in the quality of paint jobs being done across the country, many of which still show the touch of someone who had studied Ryan's technique. He never needed to speak loudly to make an impact. His art did all the talking. Even now, long after his last appearance on screen, fans still revisit his old clips, still analyze his methods, and still hope for a return. And while Ryan has not ruled out coming back to television, he has made it clear it would have to be on his terms. No stage drama, no rushing, No sacrificing quality for convenience, just pure, honest craftsmanship. The kind that earned him respect not just on camera, but across the entire world of custom cars. And that's rare. In an industry where many chase attention, Ryan chased authenticity. He was not looking to be famous. He was looking to create something timeless. And in doing so, he built a legacy more powerful than any TV moment could deliver. Even after leaving the show, his name carries weight. His designs are still referenced, his images still circulate in fan groups, and his quiet departure is still one of the most talked about mysteries in reality TV. Yet his message has become clearer with time. It is okay to walk away when something you love no longer feels right. It's okay to choose peace over pressure, and it's more than okay to protect the parts of yourself that make you who you are. That choice, that strength, that commitment to truth may be the most powerful message Ryan Evans ever left behind. So whether he returns to television or not, his story reminds us that true greatness doesn't always come with noise. Sometimes it comes with quiet confidence, precise hands, and an airbrush that tells stories deeper than words ever could. If you've ever watched Counting Cars and felt like something was missing, now you know why. Because Ryan wasn't just part of the show, he was its soul. And no one can truly replace that. So do you think Ryan Evans will ever return to the spotlight? Or is he exactly where he belongs? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin, and press the bell icon so you never miss a moment of the stories behind the stars.